the belief you have about something will determine how you feel about that thing. And how you feel about something will actually determine the action that you take. There's two people, right? There's person A and person B. Person A has the belief that the best way to get new business is by reaching out to people directly, right? And more importantly, coupled in with that belief is that by doing that, you are being of service, right? So by reaching out to people and connecting and building these networks on LinkedIn, you're being of service. So if somebody believed that, how would they feel about the concept of reaching out and connecting with people on LinkedIn? What would be the emotion that might be associated to that? Yeah, they would feel confident, trustful. They would enjoy it. Yeah, I'm helping people, right? So what do you think that they're going to do? What sort of actions would they be taking? Yeah, so they'd probably be on LinkedIn reaching out to people. Absolutely. So the action is that they'd be reaching out. And so if they're reaching out, what sort of results do you think that they would get? Yeah, so they might get some yes and some no. So some people saying, hey, this is great. Some people saying this is terrible. Now, this is the important part, right? Because if they have the belief that this is the best way to grow their business and reaching out is helping people, and they sometimes got ignored or they sometimes got no's, how do you think they would interpret that result? Yeah, they wouldn't take it personally. Yeah, they would just move on to the next person. They might say something like, they know that reaching out is working because I got some yeses. So they would say, well, some people said yes, so this must be working, right? Yeah, because they would focus on the stuff that reinforced the belief. So the exact same thing could happen to person B, who has got the belief that LinkedIn is spammy and salesy and it's bothering people. So if you know something is salesy and spammy and it's bothering people, how does that make you feel? Uncomfortable, turn off, reticent. So what action would you take if you felt like that? Yeah, you wouldn't take any action, or you might take some action, a little bit. You might reach out to one or two people, but maybe half-heartedly. And so if you got the exact same result, how would you interpret this? Some people ignored you, some people said no, and some people said, oh yes, this sounds like an interesting conversation, but you believe to your core that reaching out to people on LinkedIn was salesy and spammy, how would you interpret that result? I got lucky, yeah. It doesn't work because all these people said no and all these people ignored me. So here's the thing, we can change so many variables here. We can change the action and reach out to people. And you probably will get some yeses, you definitely will get some no's, and you definitely will get some people ignoring you. Right? We can change those things, but if you still have this belief, what's going to happen when we keep saying, oh, you need to do this thing, Phil? Yeah, you'll be like, well, this doesn't work, right? So the only variable that really changes anything is this. Is the belief about what you're doing. Because the belief determines how you feel determines the action you take, and the action you take determines the result. So this might seem like a oversimplified framework of human behavior, but it is one of the most important things that you can ever learn, I believe, when it comes to your business or your personal life. If you believe to your core that you are worth £500,000, and no matter what happens, you should be generating £500,000 of revenue every single year, and you believe that to your core, guess what? You would have £500,000 in revenue. If you'd like to dig down into these strategies a little bit further, then why not click the link below to grab a free copy of my best-selling book. Or if you're not really a reader, then you can apply to join one of my live workshops where I show you what's working behind the scenes for our clients and give you a custom roadmap to help you grow your creative business.